Only 3 current NCAA swimming head coaches own an NCAA title. Is this unusual across college sports? Here's a striking fact. In all of NCAA swimming, just 3 active head coaches have ever clinched a national title in their careers. That's right, despite the dozens of Division I programs and hundreds of elite athletes. Only a tiny handful of coaches hold this coveted achievement. Surprised? You're not alone. But here's where it gets controversial. When you look at other sports, the numbers and the reasons behind them paint a fascinating picture. Let's break it down. With Greg Meehan moving into the role of USA Swimming National Team Director, the exclusive club of NCAA swimming title winners, currently coaching shrinks to 3. Todd Desorbo, a trailblazer for Virginia's women's team, and Bob Bowman, Texas and Arizona State University, plus Dave Durden, California, both heading men's swim programs. Interestingly, Durden coaches both men and women, but his titles all come from men's competitions. Why are there so few title-winning coaches still leading teams? First, college swimming is experiencing a generational handoff. Legendary ranks are thinning out as seasoned veterans retire or shift into different roles. Remember David Marsh? He racked up numerous NCAA titles with both men's and women's teams, but now supports Cal's squads as associate head coach, no longer in the top spot. Names like Eddie Reese, Jack Bowerly, and Terry McKeevert have also stepped away, marking the end of dominant coaching eras. This upheaval has paved the way for fresh talent, with last year alone seeing 32 teams welcome new head coaches. And this is the part most people miss. The issue isn't just about retirements. It's about talent clustering, a phenomenon where top programs attract both the best coaches and athletes, making it extremely difficult for outsiders to break in. When one team monopolizes the podium, there's not much room for new faces. For example, in the last 14 women's NCAA swimming championships, only 4 programs have tasted victory. Virginia, 5 times, Stanford, 3, Cal, and Georgia, 3. On the men's side, history repeats. Out of the last 15 meets, just 4 teams have won, but Texas and Cal dominate with 13 between them. Texas has 7, Cal has 6. Zoom out across history, and the pattern persists. Since the inception of the men's Division I championship, 60 team titles have been awarded, yet only 14 teams have ever won. Texas alone boasts a staggering 16. Michigan claims 12, Ohio State 11. Women's swimming has seen just 9 victorious teams in 43 years, with Stanford at the top, owning 11. So the core issue is not merely a lack of turnover, it's about dynasties. But what about other NCAA sports? Is swimming unique, or is this clustering of champion coaches happening broadly? Let's look at college football, a sport synonymous with American culture. Here, statistics get tricky. Prior to 1998, there wasn't even an official national championship game, and the NCAA doesn't formally declare a champion, leading to multiple teams often laying claim in the same year. But since the modern era began, 14 different teams have claimed the top spot in 27 years. Alabama leads with 6 titles, followed by Ohio State and LSU, 3 each. Clemson, Florida State, Florida, and Georgia each have 2. However, only 3 NCAA head coaches who have won football national titles are still actively coaching. Dabo Swinney, Clemson, Kirby Smart, Georgia, and Ryan Day, Ohio State. Others have moved on to pro football, politics, or retired. For instance, Jim Tressel is now a politician. What about basketball? The NCAA crowns a champion annually, spreading the glory a bit more, especially among men's teams. 13 different squads claim titles in recent decades. Here, there's a slightly higher count of title-winning coaches still active, 7 on the men's side, including John Calipari, Arkansas, Tom Izzo, Michigan State, Rick Pitino, St. John's University, and the most recent champions, Todd Golden, Dan Hurley, Bill Self, and Scott Drew. Pitino's 2013 title with Louisville was vacated, but his prior Kentucky win keeps him on the list. Women's basketball? It's a similar story to Swinney. 9 teams have won in the last 25 years, with only 4 championship coaches still in the game. Geno Auriemma, UConn; Dawn Staley, South Carolina; Kim Mulkey, Baylor LSU, and Brenda Fries, Maryland. Now here comes a surprise. Track and field. This sport, often viewed as swimming's closest cousin in structure and competition, sees the most active championship coaches, with 11 across men's and women's teams. There's a practical reason for this. Many track field programs are led by coaches covering both genders. So the title count isn't split as it is in swimming. Here's a snapshot of the current numbers. Men's swimming, 2. Women's swimming, 1. Football, FBS, 3. Men's basketball, 7. Women's basketball, 4. Track field combined, 11. Baseball, 8. Softball, 6. What drives these low numbers overall? Beyond retirements and generational changes, it's the concentration of talent and resources. The best young athletes naturally gravitate towards established powerhouse programs, limiting opportunities for up-and-coming coaches to break through. But here's a controversial thought. Is this elite clustering good for college sports? Does it push coaching standards even higher? Or does it stifle diversity and fresh competition? Should the NCAA encourage more parity between teams to liven up the competition? Looking ahead, swimming fans are left with burning questions. Will a 4th coach join this prestigious club in the coming year? Or will familiar names continue their reign, with Virginia chasing a 6th straight win and Texas and Cal battling for men's supremacy? So what do you think? Should NCAA sports celebrate dynasties or shake up the system to offer more chances for rising stars? Do powerhouse programs help or hurt the spirit of competition? Share your thoughts below and let the debate begin.